Hello everyone. This is it, the final unboxing. I haven't actually gone through this yet, other than to make sure it is the right package, so you're going to be seeing this for the first time with me. Let's open things up. So we have a full box here. The United Reclamation expansion. This actually feels a little bit heavier than I recall from the previous sample, so I'm kind of curious to open this up, but I think we will save that for last. We have the Dinogenics crossover expansion here. Actually already pretty happy. I'm not sure how well this is translating on the camera, but the print quality is actually a lot better here already than it was with the previous sample. So the difference between digital sample versus full color spectrum is really nice. We have two sets of sleeves. This is for the individual player cards, and these are for the exploitation events. Now, I believe we have our coins here. These look really great. Green coins. Not sure where the autofocus is taking us right now, but I'll show these off after as well. And we should have the gold coins as well. These also look really great. Alright. Let's see if I can get the full box out. And I don't think there's anything else in there. Pretty heavy box. Alright, so here we go. Finished production copy. Looks really good. Where can I get into this thing? All right. I'm going to adjust the camera here to make it a little bit easier to go through this now that the large box is gone. All right, and I'm back. Let's open it up. All right, so right off, we have our rule book. This all looks really good. Again, the color quality is so much better here than it was in the previous sample. It's like night and day. Makes me really happy. We have our campaign rulebook. Just gonna flip through this real quickly. Don't want to give too much away. Both rulebooks have nice reference guides on the back. Here are some of our punch boards. These look really great. Punch out's really good. Good quality cardboard. Another punch board. This all looks really good. More punch board. And some more. And even more. Now, I did have them add some extra packing material just to make sure things don't get damaged in shipping. And our playing pieces. This is refined osmium, refined gold. The individual player tokens. We have our unrefined resources. I assume we have, oh, right there is the unrefined palladium. Also the slag and the kelp. The individual player trays. Pretty good quality. I'll set these up afterwards just to double check everything, but right now these look pretty good. Also, if you do notice, if I put these back, you can see there is an empty space here for United Reclamation. If you have that expansion, it will fit in the core box. Some more padding material to make sure that nothing gets damaged. Here we have the science track. This is double layered, which we've showed off before, but this looks really good. Yep. Alright. Now the player board. This is a notable improvement over the sample. The one thing that we were a little concerned about was the very tight spaces here, but with their full factory production process, this has come out great. Some additional packing material. This, of course, is the individual tactile tray. I'll also set that up. This looks great. And now we get to some of the nitty-gritty, as it were. So we have the individual player cards. If autofocus will... There we go. I just have to have my hand a mile away from the camera. Final version of the dice. These look really good. These are the Palladium dice. If you weren't following along during all the updates, the points of the triangles actually point in the direction of the dice reduction, so that it's always easy to update all the information on the board state. Here are the osmium dice, same thing, and the gold dice. There we go. Here we have our lovely sea monster. I wish he was focusing a little better. Let me turn off autofocus for a second. There we go. So, finished sea monster. Now, I'm actually not sure if this was shown in the previous unboxing, but we actually have the base of the miniature painted, so that there is actually some icons on the base that you can see that way, but we wanted the color there to really make it easy to tell how this particular piece was functioning with the other mechanics of the game. So just a little convenience feature there. Here we have, I'm not on autofocus anymore, so we have some of our event cards. I'm not going to open these up just because there's some spoilers in here. Or actually, I guess it's a little bit of both. These are actually the story event cards, whereas these are the regular exploitation events of the game. So maybe I will share some of those later. Here are all of Cogent's wooden pieces. These all look great. Here we have Mobius's pieces. Again, these all look great. Living Ocean Group. Those don't seem like they're... There we go. And Menezwo. Which I'm sure everybody will just refer to as purple. The plastic stacking cubes. And what else do we have? Here are the individual submarines. I'll take these out. So we have purple. We have dark blue. Red. And green. The individual flight stands for each of the miniatures. And the crawlers for all of the factions. It looks like the last things we have in here, well, first of all, we have the reference sheets, which I am happy are the correct thickness now. There's one for each of the 4 factions in the core game. There should also be one for the expansion faction in the expansion box. These also have a reference of every technology in the game, each upgrade. Everybody will have their own. Here we have the scoreboard. This is actually only used for endgame scoring, but it is nice to have. Now we have the individual player boards. Double layered. We've shown these all before, but let's go through these. Mobius, Cogent, Menezwo. And they did fix the color on this one. That was actually a concern we had. It looks great now. Living Ocean Group. And the individual industry boards as well. So, yep, these all look terrific. Alright, jump cut back to the unboxing of United Reclamation. Let's open this up. Starting things off, we do indeed have the United Reclamation reference card. So, same thing with the core factions. They get their own, which provides some helpful hints of how to play the faction, as well as some of the things that are good to know. think I'm making it blurrier. There we go. Alright, we also have a little overview of the faction in general, as well as some of the special rules for them here, and their superstructure, which is their second submarine. A little bit of backstory and component overview. Here we do have their individual player boards, which are also double layered. These look good. And inside, you can see they have their own unique plastic tray. Their unique plastic components here. There we go. These look good. They're individual wooden pieces. Also looking good. Their flight stands. They have two because they have two submarines. Tracking cubes. And their unique deck of cards. These should be safe to open, so let's take a look here. So these are the objective cards for the campaign mode, and their individual action cards are here as well. So these all look pretty good. Or they do to me. Maybe they don't on camera since the autofocus has been fighting me. Alright. And that's that. I do like they add a little divider here just to make sure the components stay safe in transit. What else? Well, let's take a look at the money. There we go. So these look pretty great. I feel like I'm going to have to do still photographs of them though, because getting them to focus on camera is proving difficult. Right. We have, oh, it wants to focus on the table itself. That makes sense. Alright. We have an upside down depth dragon here. Yeah, I'm just going to have to film these as stills. They're not coming through very well, but they do look good. The gold versions, which came out very good. One more thing real quick. The crossover kit. Let's open that as well. Alright, so first off, we have the Depth Dragon, which is for use with Dinogenics. Very fun meeple. Next we have the tiles for use with Deep Shelf. These are just some unique effects. And the individual cards for this mini expansion. Let's open those up. So the Dinogenics card looks good, and the individual. Alright, I don't like the autofocus. The exploitation events. And I have shown these before, but these all look pretty good. And I think that is everything.